it's your old pal Haytham here. I'm out here. It's 2 a.m. It's still me, but I just love the Game Boy, and it's meant to be outside, but I guess maybe the weather conditions today might just be a bit too much. It is a few days after Halloween too, so I think that might be a little spooky out here, honestly. Surrounded by the pitch black, the rain, the clouds. But I got the Game Boy to lighten up the night. Still though, might want to coincide. Ladies and gentlemen, Haytham Gruxton is here to talk about the Game Boy. Good stuff, good stuff. I tell you, been hitting the old noggin recently, trying to think about what video I should make. Where should Haytham Gruxton go? I've been in a little bit of a rut, got ideas, don't know what to commit to, and then, man, I've been thinking about 2000s recently. See, a lot of people in the retro gaming community, they talk about growing up in the 80s, the 90s. I grew up in the 2000s. The Game Boy Advance, in my opinion, byproduct of this strange decade. See, a lot of people don't talk about the 2000s, but it really was like a weird turning point, right? Don't you dare group me in with the young people of today, sonny. That's what I tell people. I didn't grow up in this TikTok bullshit. I didn't grow up with a smartphone. I had one since I was young, but I remember when smartphones and shit came out. I remember when those were new. I remember when tablets were new. But I can't relate to the 90s kids either, per se. I remember VHS tapes. I even had a DVD rental store. I remember when my grocery store rented DVDs. In fact, I got the fucking rental Dropbox. But, nevertheless, people who grew up in the 90s don't remember any smartphones. I have Windows XP. I remember computers. I'm in a weird middle point. VHS, old primitive media, into the new internet, and I'm nostalgic for 2000s. I miss them to a degree, and it got me playing the Game Boy Advance recently, because I'm drinking this Wild, and I used to drink Amp Energy, and that got discontinued. I used to drink a great soda / energy drink called Volt. Bring it back. That got discontinued. Life moves on, things come and go, but you know what? We can still celebrate the past. Intro aside, let's start with the Game Boy. I started playing it again recently, and it's the Game Boy Advance SP. The Game Boy, it's like a spirit in a robot body. Let me explain. The original Game Boy model came out, and it had this shitty green screen, it's hard to see. And then, Game Boy Color, yada yada, some other stuff. And eventually you get to the final Game Boy Advance SP. Almost looks like a mini laptop, I tell you though, I have a lot of memories with this. I remember we had 2 of them growing up. My sister playing it too. I used to play Simpsons, Road Rage, a bunch of games on here. There's a lot to say about the Game Boy Advance, honestly. And I don't want to ramble too much, But I got a few things I want to talk about, and the Game Boy Advance 2, I tell you, this, something from my past, I don't know, this, out of respect for the person's family, but I shouldn't say it. I knew a kid who was obsessed with the Game Boy, and unfortunately, let's just say, he went missing. It's, I'm tired of redoing this video. I guess I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys a little bit. Let's just cover some of the points I want to. I guess, the big thing I want to get around, because you have your Metal Jesuses, you have your professional YouTubers to really break down key select books, in an entertaining, good, no disrespect, but more of a textbook, factual information manual. I'm coming at it from the humanity realm, the human, Game Boy Advance, I talk about this throughout, right? The cultural impact of this is you had a generation of kids, before the smartphone, before portable entertainment, I mean, what the fuck, these kids will, after the time, we're going to take a ball or some jacks and throw them. And what do? Throw the ball at your friend's head and tell him to pick up the jacks? You build a fucking ramp and you pick up the jacks? You jack up a tile and you put them under a tile? You got 2 jacks, not in a box? That's not how I rule. You know, this was a time of technology, you know. The days of pick up the codes was dead. But these kids needed entertainment, you know. The Game Boy wasn't entertainment. On the playground, outside, Pokemon came out. I'm not a Pokemon guy. Don't get offended. I'm just not into the Pokemans and the Fire Emblems. But this was Pokemon. Kids talked about it. They traded on the playground. Kids had their own Game Boy. Games became popular. I mean, you talk about that link cable. You're linking up for an adventure. This is escapism, you know. I get console escapism, you know. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm bloviated about the Xbox Original's escapism. But I mean, the Game Boy Advance and portable consoles serve a certain, like, escapism outside. Out and about. Nature. I love nature. If you ever follow me on Instagram, you know, I spend a lot of time outside, you know. I be outside right fucking now if the fucking stupid H2O stop dropping from the fucking sky. I'm sorry. You know, we have to go through all the fucking things from having fun on the playground. But I mean, how many kids out there had parents fighting, you know, just terrible situations, and maybe all they had was the Game Boy was still game, you know. Go outside, hide away somewhere in the house while the parents are fighting. I don't know. That's the extreme, but I mean, it's escapism. That's what's real. Humanity's real, motherfucker. But I mean, cultural. I'm sorry. I'm just. My friend who disappeared. He disappeared. I said it. I fucking said it. Little boy Mildred, who was obsessed with the Game Boy. We'll get to him. I don't mean to interrupt this video, make it even any longer. And I know I'm probably not in frame, but god damn it. You know, I don't even know where I'm going to put this in the video, but I'm just walking around, looking at fucking trash. You know, plastic like this fucking container. And you know what? You got me thinking about the Game Boy games. You know, you only find the cartridges. You never find the box. It's ridiculous. It's like, it's all plastic and no fucking, what? It doesn't cover with trees? Yes, it does. I mean, what the fuck? I got rotting pomegranate. Then I threw it at the wall. I did that because there's not enough stuff made from, like, plants and shit in my life. You get what I'm saying, homie? This is literally the only Game Boy Advance game, or Game Boy game in general, that I have in the box. One box. One fucking box. Look what I had to do. I had to take DS games and make fucking custom covers. Like, that's the option. What resulted to this? It's like some fucking Twilight Zone episode. You know, out was the box, in was the plastic. Oh my god. It's like, look, it's ridiculous. I don't even have words for it. You think I need more shitty fitness DS games so I can do the work of going all the way down to the library, printing out a fucking cover, putting it on. Mate, look, it doesn't even match. It doesn't even fucking match. You think I'm gonna go back again? I'm not. But god damn it. You think I need more fucking junk, Nintendo, in reality? Do you think I need more? You're getting another stroke. Oh my fucking god. What's fucking next? You have to go twine your own shoelaces? I want to talk about something called time. See, this is you probably can't see it too well. An old pocket watch that belonged to my grandfather. You know? You young kids probably don't even know the pocket watches. I mean, for fuck's sake, you got your phone calendar. You didn't know what a calendar is, you know? I mean, you know what this is on? This is a knife. This ain't for telling time, though. This is for me, when I'm straight pimping. It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg! You know, I probably sound like an old man, you know. I tell you, these damn kids, I tell them, you don't even know what Roman numerals are. And they say, fuck you, you're so old, you're probably in Rome. Go hang out with Tiberius. And I say, why you gotta cut me like that? What are you, Augustus Caesar? My God, so much time wasted in this video. Time. The Game Boy lasted too long. Not too long, it was great, but it lasted so fucking long. There's a photo on my Facebook from like 2015. 2014, I don't fucking know. Mid 2010s. They were still selling Game Boy Advance games in the box at like Rite Aid and shit. Still. I mean, I remember as a kid seeing Game Boy Advance games in the box to say, it made sense, but it's a cool memory to have, you know. I'm too erratic. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna relax, and then I'll tell you the terrible Game Boy story about my friend who disappeared. I apologize for the weird angle. Just, as you can see, many hours have passed, and I was in that room trying to make that Game Boy video, and then I had to talk about the story of little boy Millard, and I just had to step outside. Still raining cats and dogs, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I guess it's not gonna stop. I live in Washington. Let's talk about little boy Millard real quick. I had this childhood friend. He was like, as the years went on, right, we were good friends, but he got more and more obsessed with gaming, and then he started, like, I don't know if he was like trying to do a modern day Pinocchio story, but he kept going on about he wants to be a real Game Boy, you know, he wants to be, I don't even know what he meant, like, but this obsession grew, and he grew more isolated, surrounded by like game controllers and consoles and every game you can imagine. Like, all his money went to this, and when he hit his teens, right, he started really having a rough time, spending all his money on games. Like, he was the only guy I ever saw who, like, he tried to sell, like, he would try to sell alcohol back to the liquor store in order to get the money for the games. Like, I mean, you can't do that, but I don't even, he was a nut job, okay? And one day he starts rambling, right, to me about, like, he found a cave that, like, a cave filled with buttons and screens and noises, and, like, I didn't believe him at first, right? A cave. Like, what you mean, like a stone cave in the woods? But he said no, not quite like that. It is a cave in the woods, but it's not like you think. It's filled with arcade games in the middle of the woods. Like, that's not supposed to be there. I didn't believe him, right? I didn't believe him. He kept going on about Mr. Hamlick's Arcade, Hamlick's Adventure, Hamlick's Arcade, the place to be. The buttons, the noises that elevate through the woods, that pierce through the crickets, but can only be found by those who are willing to really put the quarter in to get the gameplay in. I didn't believe him, and about 14, disappeared, vanished. He said, one day, I'm gonna go live in Hamlick's Arcade, and I will be a real Game Boy, and that's where he went. And, I mean, the arcade obviously doesn't exist. It can't. In the middle of the woods, and he's never seen again. Town mystery. Most people chalked it up to runaway, taken by bad criminals. That's what I think, but it's just, he would go on about being a real Game Boy so much shit. Like, when I hear the term Game Boy, it really just, like, pierces me, I gotta be honest. Hey guys, Haytham here. Sorry for the awkward angle. Yeah, still don't know how to end this video, and, you know, talking about my missing friend, I'm sure, I mean, that's a sad thing to talk about, and I don't know, it just left me uncertain. I think, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the Game Boy on the table. I'm gonna think about what I want to do. Mixed reactions on the Game Boy now, just because, I mean, he brings up, I brought up bad memories. It reminded myself. I never forgot, but making it relevant to mine again, I guess. That's an impact. Silly me. Game Boy, I'll leave on the table in a form of isolation, I guess. It's quarantined. I mean, I'll maybe find a way. It's just, if this video even comes out, I'll probably cut that part. But, yeah, just leave it on the fucking table, I guess, you know. I'm washing my hands of it, and, yeah, just, see you later.
Come on down to Mr. Hamlet's Arcade, you can play all day. No more grades to worry about, never a reason to pop when you can play all day at Mr. Hamlet's Arcade. Parents can pray, but they're never gonna find Billy, Willie, or little Timmy, cause they're gonna play infinitely at Mr. Hamlet's Arcade. Kids who can't find it on a map, if you truly believe them in the woods on your shoulder, you'll feel attacked, cause they're in a play all day at Mr. Hamlet's Arcade.